and the Masters of the Universe. I am Adam, Prince of Eternia and defender of the secrets of Castle Grayskull. This is Cringer, my fearless friend. Fabulous secret powers were revealed to me the day I held aloft my magic sword and said, "By the power of Grayskull, Cringer became the mighty Battle Cat, and I became He-Man, the most powerful man in the universe. Only 3 others share this secret. Our friends, the Sorceress, Man-at-Arms, and Orko. Together we defend Castle Grayskull from the evil forces of Skeletor.
What is going on, YouTube? This is Lawrence over at Mighty Comics and Collectibles, and let me first say this is my Masters of the Universe Origins review, and I knew nothing about these figures being released to retail. I happened to be flipping through somebody else's YouTube channel, and I saw an unboxing, and I was like, holy crap, where did you get these from? Because I didn't hear anything about it. I am a huge Masters of the Universe fan. Ever since I was a little kid, I had all the figures up through like Wave 7, which is I think the King Randor wave, and I had all of them, and I love them, and just a huge Masters of the Universe fan. I love the cartoon, was my favorite. I'd make sure I was home every day to watch it after school, and there have been some re-releases after that. I wasn't into the Masters of the Universe classics. I do have the commemorative series, and when those came out like 20 years ago, I snatched them up as soon as I could. But it was great to see a new retail line for Masters of the Universe, and the fact that their origin figures where they look really, really similar to the originals makes me really happy. I wasn't happy with the which is now known as the 2000X series. They're too anime for me. They didn't look like the original. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the first 6 figures for Wave 1. Now, like I said, they're exclusive to Walmart for this first year, and then next year I'm hearing they go to all retail stores. It were hard to find through Walmart. So what I ended up doing, I went on eBay, found a seller who had all 6 figures at once, and they were comparable to the Walmart prices. They're about $15 each. I snagged the whole set from this seller, and I finally got them in the mail yesterday. Now, for anybody that doesn't know, Wave 2 has just released on Walmart, and they're already sold out. So keep your eyes out for anywhere you can find them. Right now on eBay, Wave 2 is going for a crazy amount of money, which I'm not spending. Wave 1 consists of 6 action figures, which we'll go over. Battle Cat and Prince Adam and the Sky Sled. Now, unfortunately, Prince Adam and the Sky Sled I've been unable to find it. I've checked a million different Walmarts. Nobody has it. So it looks like my last resort is going to be eBay, but I do not have that one right now. But I do have the first 6 action figures and, of course, Battle Cat, because who could not have Battle Cat? I actually went to a Walmart, and they actually have Battle Cat in stock. So if you're looking for it, I suggest check it out. Right now, we're going to get to each individual figure of Wave 1. Let's start with none other than the man himself, He-Man. The first thing I notice about this figure is the card back. The card back is a throwback to the 80s style action figure, almost identical to the original vintage figures. We do get the new modern posing retro play, and of course the new for 20 up on the top left hand corner, and a 6+ in the top right hand corner. These are just kind of thrown in there so people can kind of distinguish the newer versions from the older versions, in my opinion. The comic that comes with He-Man, I've been told, are the same comics throughout Wave 1. I'm not sure if that will change for Wave 2. But either way, a beautiful looking throwback to vintage He-Man. Of course, we have many more points of articulations where the elbows, the knees, the ankles, the head all can rotate up, down, around, and every which way you can like. As you guys can remember, the original figures were kind of hard to like pose in certain spots. You had to have that hunched over He-Man or Skeletor. But either way, this is a beautiful, beautiful looking action figure sealed on the card. Now I will say the card itself is a lot flimsier than the ones back in the day. This is a thinner cardboard as compared to the ones in the 80s. I do wish that they kind of went with more of a thicker cardboard to give that more of a vintage feel, but overall a beautiful looking figure. And of course, classic. I will say the head is a little bit different than the original He-Man. The hair itself is not painted on like the original. This is more of a sculpt, and I do think that is a good choice by Mattel. The back of the card is a throwback to the original classic line, with the beautiful artwork listed at the top of He-Man with the power sword, and of course the heroic and evil warriors that come with Wave 1. Now, He-Man himself comes with his original axe, his shield, and of course the power sword. Either way, it's a beautiful looking card back reminiscent of the old vintage figures. Next up in the line is our heroic warrior goddess Teela, and again Teela comes on the same card back with the, of course, dark red rocks of lava exploding out, and we have the beautiful Masters of Universe logo. Here again, our Teela action figure is actually almost exactly like the original vintage figure. Comes with her beautiful snake headdress, and of course beautifully articulated, unlike back in the day with the classic figures. Again, an amazing looking throwback for a modern figure. As the original did, the back of the card comes with stunning artwork, and Teela herself comes with her original staff and shield. Next up is Duncan, of course, Man-at-Arms, heroic master of weapons. Again, this is a throwback to the classic vintage figure. Comes in his original green body skin along with his orange armor. Of course, has the original leg armor, arm armor, and of course his mace. What I am happy to see this time around is, of course, they've included his nostalgic mustache, as you can say. The original figure from Master of the Universe, unlike the cartoon, Duncan didn't have a mustache. So the cartoon he did it, and of course that's the Man-at-Arms you all remember. Here's a quick look at the back of the card. Again, just like the original, has amazing artwork and shows us the heroic and evil warriors. Up next, guys, are our evil villains, and of course to start them off is classic Evil Lyn. Evil Lyn is, again, a perfectly done throwback to the original series, with many more points of articulation, able to move her knees, arms, feet, and of course adjust her hand to fit her actual staff. Now, back in the day, we couldn't move Evil Lyn's one of her hands. Couldn't be done with anything, but now I'm happy to say that she's actually able to move her hand. So again, on the classic Master of the Universe card, red and blue pops just perfectly, and again, a beautiful looking classic Evil Lyn. I do kind of wish they kind of gave her another weapon of some sort, but again, the original figure only came with her staff. And again, the back of the card, just a throwback to the vintage artwork that we saw back then, and we're continued to see from Mattel and Masters of the Universe. Next up is a personal favorite of mine, Beastman Savage Hunchman. Now, I loved Beastman growing up, and that was partially because of the cartoon. That character was such a dope, and as you've heard many a time, you've heard Skeletor call him a boob or any other type of, insults, and I thought he was a great character. Physically, Beastman comes as original, orange color and red vest, and the same kind of dopey look on his face. And again, just a classic throwback to the original figure, which I was absolutely in love with. He comes with his signature whip, which is a little bit thicker than the original version, which I'm glad to see. But overall, just a beautiful throwback to the original figure. And here's a quick look at the card back. Again, just beautiful artwork, reminiscent of the classic line. And of course, what would a Masters of the Universe toy line be without the evil Lord of Destruction, Skeletor himself? To me, Skeletor was the epitome of evil growing up, and it was such a classic character, not only in the toy line, but also in the cartoon. Now here we have a little bit of difference between the classic Skeletor version back in the 80s. We do get a little bit different of a head sculpt. As you can see in the newer version, the origin version, we do have some red eyes that weren't there in the original classic figure, and we do have the open mouth. for this figure that wasn't in the vintage toy line. The original vintage line, in case you guys remember, was just kind of cross-hatching to where Skeletor's teeth would be. But again, we have the overall light blue skin, the dark navy armor, and of course this figure looks like we can kind of get Skeletor's evil laugh. But overall, Mattel did an amazing job with this figure, very reminiscent of the classic figure, and of course we have all the new points of articulation that we get with these modern figures. Again, like all the first wave of the Masters of the Universe Origins line, they all come kind of with the same comic. And again, of course, Skeletor comes with one half of the power sword and his staff with the kind of ram head on it. Always wondered what that was, but either way, we get vintage classic Skeletor. And here's a quick look at the card back, and again, just amazing artwork done by Mattel. Like I said, guys, Wave 1 came with two kind of accessories. We have Battle Cat, and of course there's the Sky Sled with Prince Adam. Unfortunately, I was unable to attain that one as of yet, but here is a look at classic Battle Cat. Now, the first thing I noticed about this figure is the amazing artwork on the box. Very reminiscent of the vintage original figure that came boxed, almost to a T. Artwork is absolutely astonishing. Again, we get to see original Battle Cat, who, of course, we all know as Cringer before he gets on the armor and He-Man raises his sword to say, "By the power of Grayskull!" Here he is, Battle Cat, and I was able to find this at my local Walmart, and I went to a bunch of different ones, and it seems that most of the Walmarts by me had them in stock, so I don't know if it's just something that people aren't collecting, or that maybe they just have an abundance of in the store. But either way, an amazing looking Battle Cat that they really did a great job on. So that's it for my review of Masters of the Universe Origins Wave 1. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Like I said, there were a total of 6 figures. Teela, Man-at-Arms, He-Man, Evil-Lyn, Beastman, and Skeletor. The accessories include Battle Cat and, of course, Sky Sled with Prince Adam, which I unfortunately don't have yet. However, I do have a small surprise for you guys. If anybody had been paying attention, Walmart had listed a few more figures, Wave 2. Now, they had come out and said that on the actual app that it said pre-order 10/29. So I put in a thing on Walmart.com saying, hey, when these figures become available, to let me know through email. So, of course, on October 28th, I got the email, and I fought tooth and nail to kind of put the order in so I could get these new Wave 2 figures. And I'm happy to say it took me a bit, but I was actually able to get all 4. And I have 2 of them to show you guys right now.
And the Masters of the Universe. I am Adam, Prince of Eternia and defender of the secrets of Castle Grayskull. This is Cringer, my fearless friend. Fabulous secret powers.
So that is a little sneak peek at wave number 2. I have 2 more figures that are going to show up to that wave. Now, I'm not sure. There are a couple accessories that will release when they come out. They haven't released yet, but keep an eye out on this channel, because when I do get them in, I will do a comprehensive full review for you guys. So like always, this is Lawrence over at Mighty Comics and Collectibles saying thank you for watching this video. Subscribe if you're not a subscriber. Like this video if you like it, and I'll talk to you guys soon.